Hello there. You will probably notice that I'm having some camera problems and I cannot figure out why. I'm going to attempt to see if I can fix those quickly before anybody shows up. Hopefully. Because this should all work, and it isn't working for some reason. And I really don't know why, because it was all working just earlier today. I think it's to do with the similarity. That makes it worse. That hasn't quite solved it either. And then you start seeing the background stuff. It's like suddenly I don't have enough light. And now I have too much. Lighting is a real pain in this. I think it's still going to flicker there, and I don't know why. Try upping the gamma a bit. I think it's still going to do it, unfortunately. See how that looks now. A little bit better. I have a terrible problem with lighting in this room. There's just no way around it. Now, that glitchy effect there is kind of something that's akin to this glitch effect. But it isn't intentional. It's not a carefully crafted graphical thing. It's my camera on the fritz somehow, or my computer on the fritz or something. I don't know. You'll also note I don't have the eye makeup and tattoo on there. Oh, look at that. That's terrible. That's because SnapCam has just completely died. And I turned it off and, restarted my system, and it's still doing weird things. Anyway, all that aside, I'm just going to be in small most of the time anyway, so maybe it won't be so noticeable, hopefully. I am on Celestius server tonight. I made a Vampiir. I probably am terrible at playing one, but I'm going to give it a shot. And we'll see how many people are on Celestius. Before I do that, I will say they have really streamlined the process of creating a character. I don't know what it's going to be like when the server goes live, but at the moment for this event, you create your class, you go see the trainer that's standing practically in front of you, and you can instantly get to 50, and I think realm rank 5? Realm rank 5. Then jump to one of the frontier forts, and you can get your equipment, and that has templated me. The default equipment they give out. So I am fully maxed on item bonuses all around. My resists are great. I'm a Vampiir, so I have bonuses too. But they look like they're all, 26% or 31 in the case of Crush, because I'm a Lurikine. And then they've been augmented up to 41 for energy because of being a Vampiir. I've always liked Vampiir as a class. I know people hated them. I don't think they're overpowered. I think they're hard to play well, but when they're played well, they work. I'm just not sure I can play them well. And I'm not sure how many people is going to be to fight. I'll find out. But it was relatively trivial to set up characters. If I hadn't been doing something else at the same time, I would have set up another character or two. Now, I don't know if there is a who or server or on or something like that. I think I've tried on. Nope. server info. There we go. 27 alps, 15 mids, 10 hibs. Why do people hate hibs so much? And Agramon has nobody. 52 players total. That is doing better than Atlas has been. I will say that. But then this is sort of an instant 50 setup, so I can see people liking that because it's, you know, it's more like real RVR. I'm sure your characters are still going to get wiped, but actually I'm going to make a macro for that command. Just drop it down there. Yeah. Wish that closed it when you double clicked it, but c'est la vie. Okay, so having not played on Hib for a while, I'm going to want to go to the boat and see what Mach is like, probably. Celestius buffs. Yeah, that gives you pretty much the whole shebang too. So I now have a dex of 315. I'm actually 27 over cap on that, and plus 135 for being a vampire. So 315 is pretty quick. And we're at 2,816 hit points too. That's not bad either. Of course, I'm only wearing leather. That's not so good. Duration 30 minutes. Take all of those. I can only have one at a time. Okay. Oh. Ah. Eventually I'll have enough power to cast that. There we go. Yeah, so I'm expecting to get trashed here. Simply because the last time I played one of these was on Brotherlands 2, maybe? And then before that, the last time was on Celestius during the first I-50 event that they did there. And I didn't really have a chance to play against that many people there. So oh, and of course this is New Frontiers, and I don't know what half this crap is. Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna jump off at our frontier anyway. Oh, there's actually people out there. Hello, actual people. You will notice that my camera, which has been superb up until now, is now behaving and doing all sorts of weird crap. I'm sorry, I tried to fix it. Only noticed it at the last minute, and I have no idea why it's doing it. I'm probably going to have to go find the camera software and reset it to defaults inside the camera software if I can. I didn't want to do that before I started the stream because it might just result in no camera image at all. So I'm just going to see if I can find some fights. Well, it's a target-rich environment out there, which is to say the Hibs are grossly outnumbered. But they mostly seem to be in Albion too, judging by the keep spam being produced. So we'll see what it's like from the safety of our keep. If there is any safety to be had in our keep. I haven't even looked to see who owns what. Oh good, we own it. That's always nice. Now I am a Vampiir. I am probably a terrible spec. I've gone 50 Shadow Mastery, 43 Piercing. And, oh, is somebody taking this sucker? Somebody, not taken, somebody has tried to take. Because that's not a door in very good shape. Ah, okay. Well, at least that means something's happening. People are around. Fred's grave. Kind of funny because the last time I was out somewhere like this was on Phoenix. Now I'm gonna try, but I expect I'm gonna have all the wrong reactions. And I would imagine that that thing is for uncovering stealthers, so it's nice that somebody set it up, but that means there probably won't be any here, eh? Kind of liked old Frontiers. I kind of still do like old Frontiers, but there's things I like about new Frontiers too. Okay, why did I lose my speed? Oh, it only has 5 minutes. Okay. That sucks. I should just get the default speed of the realm here then. Check the other bridge too. Maybe there's nobody here. Now, one of the things with this server is that in order to basically get anywhere with a lot of stuff, they have their own currency called blood tokens, and you have to go and do some apparently simple, but I don't know anything about it yet really, quests to get awarded blood tokens. I don't know where else you get them. I don't know exactly what you can do with them, but I think you can buy and level artifacts. And since this has New Frontiers and Vampirs and everything else, it has that. I understand that you can just buy the scrolls for the things. You don't have to go and do all the quests, and you don't have to do the actual trials or anything like that. So there's that. I suppose I should look at all the news here. Alb has both its relics. Mid has both its. And Hibernia has both of its. Okay. Under again? Not just mapped, there's a More map or something, isn't there? There we go. Okay, so this is under siege, but there's nobody here. Do wish they used different colors for these, because I can see that that's owned by Midgard, and it looks like that is. And therefore those are greener than that, so that's okay. But it can be really hard to tell. Okay, there's action in mid. And the mids are active in Albion. Man, I kind of wish I'd set up a stealther now. Solo visible, I don't know how well we're going to be doing. Seems to be quite a few Vampirs, though. How many are there? Oh, just 2. He's just talking a lot. I don't know if this class is any good. I just know I like it. Can I call that up with another macro? No, I cannot. Too bad. Okay, guess we might as well head to Midgard and see what happens there. Oh, there's more of you. Hello, folks. I can't say that there has been any excitement yet. At all. That may end very shortly with my sudden demise. Let's go to mid.
Viscerant said, "Were you playing No Man's Sky earlier?"
I was. Yes. Why, did you see my character there? I'm doing the second expedition, or whichever second one that's up there now, I think, which I started and then never finished, and I really want that ship. So I'm almost done. I'm halfway through phase 4 on that. I think it's good for another couple of days, so should be all right. As a matter of fact, I was saying to myself, if there wasn't enough action on this...
I was working on the expedition and seen you, LOL. I just finished it off this evening.
I'm jealous. Do you like the fancy ship? I can't remember what it's called. From Elite Dangerous, I think, right? Which I thought was a neat crossover. This is giving me heavy vibes of Phoenix, I have to say. Normandy. Oh, Mass Effect. Okay. Oh no, really? Is that all it is? I thought it was a ship I could fly.
Scout ship. Not shit, LOL.
Yeah, I figured. It might be terrible too, in which case scout ship would be appropriate, but I thought it was a ship I could fly. That's kind of disappointing. I still want to get it, but I want fancy ships as models that we can operate, you know. Okay, I gotta go check a command. Oh, come on. Shift Y.
Shreya Art said, "Hey, mate.
How you doing? Whoever thought Shift Y was a memorable combination for turning the torch off? T, or maybe L for light. How you doing today, Schneidhart? I am on Celestius. I haven't seen another person so far, which is just as well because I'm probably going to get my butt
Good,
kicked
my
in
lad.
every
Happy
fight.
to see you on C-list.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I will say that there are a lot of people by comparison to Atlas. When I checked before, it was, well, I can do it again. 51. It was 52 before, but this time of day on Atlas, you'd probably find, I don't know, 20 total. What am I looking for here?
I'll check Atlas RQ. Possible Clone said, hoping it will have some people on launch.
Oh, I imagine Atlas will have a ton of people on launch. There's just a lot of people who don't want to play a character they're not going to keep, right? Now, I will say it's neat of Celestius here. Neat in a way. I don't quite have my mind made up on it, but that you can just create a character and get issued gear and you are templated. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen when the server goes live or if it's just for the purpose of these tests. But I mean, I have the default equipment and I am
Faith84 said,
capped
"Don't
on
think
everything.
so.
Just for testing?
Just for testing."
Okay, but they keep saying they're taking out crafting, right? So, and hello,
Shreya
by the
Art
way.
said, "Yeah, you'll get drops that have max stats for your level."
Right. Okay, I mean, I figured it would be, this is the base equipment here, and then eventually I'll end
Possible
up with
Clone
artifacts
said,
and everything.
"I think that was intended to be the final system. PvE gives a currency that you use to get the jewelry or whatever."
Yeah. That's worn off. I know it's a balance, but I really wish they would up the amount of power that you can have.
So you can
As a
put in
Vampiir.
artifacts you want but don't have to do the spellcrafting, etc.
Yeah, and I can see that that's a hindrance to people playing if they're not part of a guild that has a spellcrafter, or if there aren't any, spellcrafters available, etc. And so you might want to get rid of that. I can see that. But at the same time, it was an element of the old game. You had to pick and choose what you were going to craft into armor that you got crafted, or what you were going to take as drops or whatever. And it takes that out of the game entirely.
"I have both installed and have dabbled on both. I like that Celestius has artifacts and 101 stat caps."
Yeah.
Possible Clone said, "Yeah, I enjoyed making templates, but I could see the argument for removing the PvE/money making barrier to RVR."
Yes, and that's the other side of it. I liked making templates. I really did. I liked it quite a bit. I was using Zencraft, which was built for Phoenix, and I really liked doing it. taking that out is taking something away from the game. I don't mind PvE, but for people that want to RVR right away, and I know people have shorter attention spans. It's not a criticism. It's just we're used to a different style of gaming these days. It is much more fast-paced. To make it more friendly to people returning who want to get into RVR because they loved it, I can see taking that whole subset of the game out, because then you don't have to go and, you know, make a ton of money to buy the right things, etc., etc., etc. I'm not seeing anybody out here so far. I will give this to Phoenix with their flag events and things like that. That was good because it concentrated people in areas. And one of the problems with New Frontiers is it's entirely possible to wander all over the frontier and not see anybody because they're so damn big. At this point, I'm getting close to being happy to lose a fight if I get into a fight, because at least I got into a fight. Now, perhaps I'm being an idiot and going about it all wrong. I think it's nice that we have two styles of free shards coming out now, right? That we have the style that Celestius has here, which is kind of streamlined and is probably intended to throw you into RVR right away, which is great for returning players and maybe a little hard on new players. I get the impression that you don't have to jump to 50 right away if you want. You can go and level and do all the traditional stuff, which used to be how you got used to your class, but because Mythic was running a subscription-based system, they wanted it to take a while so that you had to pay them a lot of money to get to 50. Well, nobody's paying for this sucker, so and people have done it so many times, right?
J84 said, so is Celestius going to be an instant 50 when it goes live?
That I don't know. It is right now. I don't know if it's going to be instant 50.
No.
No? Accelerated, though?
JFaith84 said, didn't think so. Shania Art said, I think they said 12 to 15 HRS 1 to 50.
Well,
so yeah, quite fast.
My first level 50 in DOC took me 8 months. So yeah, that's a pretty hefty acceleration. 8 months, and by the end of it, the only thing I could fight was Bluecon horses in Remark, because there was nothing higher level. And that fades quick.
Yep, those were the days.
Yeah, no, I don't miss those days. I mean, I do for some elements, but I don't miss it for the long grind. Not at all. Okay, we'll go run across the bridge. I doubt if there's any gankers there, but, you know, maybe I'll find a stealther.
I loved Deox so much back then, but I was like 11 years old, haha.
Yeah, I was 40-something. I don't remember all this stuff.
Said, this also launches with of, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then why are they using New Frontiers?
Shania Art said, correct.
Okay, so we're testing on New Frontiers, but they're going to go to Old Frontiers when it launches? That's fine
Test
by
for
me.
Future events, etc.
Okay. That is fine for me. Or to me.
JFaith84 said, testing it out for possible implementation, I think.
But I don't know why you have to hand the guy the ticket. But Old Frontiers is smaller. Quite a bit smaller. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do all this on Old Frontiers unless they're still configuring it. Because if you don't have as big a population, a smaller area is going to throw people into fights more often, right? And surely that's desirable. Now, I will check the server info thing there. There is nobody in Agramon. Oh, there's only 20 people on. There's 53 players, but only 15 albs, 4 mids, and me as the sole hib. That's kind of lame. Now, I don't think most of you, well, actually, God, there's more of you. Hello, folks. What I was saying at the start...
Come fight me on Live in Cathole Valley.
On live? No. I don't even know who I have on live or if they're equipped or anything. I haven't been there in a year and a half.
View_24 said, what realm you on ILVRT?
I am on Hib right now, heading to Albion. This is Celestius server, if you didn't notice that, View24. And I'm sure I'll find somebody, because there was keeps being taken. But what I was saying before was, if I couldn't find people to fight on this, that make it worth it.
JFaith84 said, if you were asking me, I'll be on mid.
Okay. If I couldn't find people to fight here, I was just going to go to switch games to No Man's Sky because I'm doing something there. But we'll see how it goes here first. I want to give it a good shot. I expect to get my butt kicked. God, I'm not even sure where I am. I obviously was talking too much. Ah, okay, we want to go that way. Talking too much and not paying attention. I wanted to jump off earlier and didn't. We can get away with sprint here. Like I said, I barely ever played a Vampiir. Except I had one at like Thidranki level or something on live years ago. So he's probably still there, but I haven't played him in ages. And I probably can't play him on live unless I'm subbed, right? Which I'm not. But that doesn't matter, because the fun is in playing the game, not necessarily in winning it. And of course, I may have everything completely misconfigured. I am glad to see this server is closer to going live. That's cool. Kind of wishing I'd gone Vampiric Embrace so I could spam the AoEs to find an enemy. I guess I'd better assume that the only enemies I'm going to find... What the hell is that command? I'm sure I had that there earlier. Yeah, war map. What was that one? Okay, so the mids... Oh, there's a mid. Hey. He is trashing me. Nope. But that was more fun. Okay. Let's see what I was actually hitting him for. The claw's doing good damage. My weapon is not. Huh. Wonder if I've got that. No, that worked there. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but I need to wait longer. Looks like. Worked fine on the dummies. Okay. Healer. I'll need that. Thank you. The silly part of me does like the fact that these are all in a long line, so I don't have to look around each one to try and figure out where stuff is. Just because it was different in each of the realms. Where can we get to? That is it. I'm on New Frontiers. Right, south. Where? Oh, there's the Hastener. Looking very alb, I gotta say. Actually, I probably should have gone through the gate and crossed. This way I gotta go all the way around, right? There's another thing I don't know, is the system for how you open up the relics here. That's one reason I like going with Old Frontiers. Take the keeps, knock the door down, grab the relic. Much simpler than gradually take all of the towers to take all of the keeps to eventually unlock the frontier gates. Why would we ever unlock the frontier gates, right? To get through and everything else.
Shneya Art said, Tinke, you have to take most of the keeps, then they reset after the relic is taken.
Okay. I mean, you know, whatever the system. Oh, so what I was saying earlier is, I'm glad that this server is getting up and running because Atlas has gotten all the hype, but this could end up being a better server. Who knows, right? And if Atlas got up first with all the hype it was getting, justified or unjustified, and I haven't researched that heavily, so I'm not, you know, not saying they don't deserve it, maybe they do, then the majority of people would have gone there, then Celestius would have started up, and a few people that didn't like Atlas for some or another reason would come here maybe. If this goes up first, people get a chance to try it and see if they like it, and then a chunk of them are going to move on to Atlas anyway. I hope it doesn't split the gaming population for DOC too badly so that both servers could survive. but at least this one will get checked out that way. And if it has things that people like better than what they're finding on Atlas, then that's going to influence Atlas, and we should end up with a sort of hybrid or something. I would hope, anyway. We'll see. As you can see, my camera is on the fritz, and I have no idea why. So, something to do with some values there. I don't have my fancy, silly makeup on there, and the absence of that may be a problem, too. I don't know. I just didn't have time to fix it. Another thing I was going to say is I think going to Old Frontiers, at least until they have a substantial population, is probably a better move, because as I said, they're smaller, so there's more choke points and people are going to find fights more, I think. The New Frontiers design I like. I think in many ways it's better, but it's too big. It's great for when you have when you've got hundreds and hundreds of players on all the time, no problem. But not so good for when you don't. And all of these servers are going to be starting out possibly hurting for people. Watch her kick my butt, eh? Yep. Well, that was closer, considering that was a savage. On the other hand, I had to jump on her and it didn't do me any good. $187. Okay. Why are you just standing there? Now, that may be entirely due to the spec that I have too, right? I picked the spec I like playing. It doesn't mean it's a good one. As a matter of fact, it's not the one that everybody usually chooses. So, there's some of that. And then probably a lot of me not being
Yeah, SM isn't
that
for
good.
PvP really, but it's fun to play.
That wasn't an SM. That was a savage. Unless I missed something you said in there.
Your spec SM.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, I'm being dense. No, but it does have the speed buff, and I like the regen, negate attack, and haste combo, because I do want to get all the speed I can out of my attack, and the claw and eye feint do great damage if I can get them working. I'm just not sure I've got it all working right there. But I could probably try another spec at some point soon, too. Give me a break. Let me swim right under it. Back to glorious Albion. Where the only enemies seem to be. Although the two people I fought have been mids, go figure. Now, I don't know why on this thing over here you don't have war map. Surely that's the map you want to have the most. Up the most. I'm just typing... Oh, it's down here too. Okay. Didn't notice that.
/RW is the shortcut command as well if needed.
Ah, even better. Yep, that works. So map should work that way, and I don't think it does. And a few other things. Maybe map does. It's funny, the map says Hib, Midgard, Albion, and Aelin Vannon, but the server is talking about Agramont.
Yeah, and neither zone will be in on launch, I don't think.
Uh-huh. Always made me wonder how hard it was to edit a zone in this game. I do recall when Dawn of Light came out, I had a spare computer and I installed the early Dawn of Light on there so I could try playing, running my own server to see what it was like. I never kept it because, well, I needed the server eventually. But it was fun to try it, see what it's like, but I never looked into what you do to edit things. Oh, she left. That's too bad. You wait, that'll turn out to have been PNA Blazewitch, who used to be on here all the time and who was the most diehard Savage fan I've ever seen. Meets all the criteria. He used to roll up female characters a lot. He liked Dwarf better than Troll for Savage. Really nice guy. If I remember correctly, when they first said they were going to create a Vampiir class, I think they were intended to be a stealth class, which would have been totally overpowered, but I think they were intended to be Hib's third stealth class, like the Minstrel in Albion. Although I don't know why they wouldn't have given the mids one too then. It obviously never happened. But it would be fun to be one of these things. Fast and stealthy. Totally unfair, I'm sure. We're down to 46. Same guy. Still getting trashed here. I can't get my... Yeah, I couldn't get any of these off. What's up with that? BD bot. Oh, that's funny. Because that's probably this... I think that's probably one of the people that was playing on Atlas too. Ouch, he's got some heavy hits. Okay, I think my macro is not working, so I'm going to change that somehow. How am I going to do that? Let me play controller for a moment here. I have a macro for eye shot that is doing... I better check that macro. Maybe it just needs to be reversed. Here. So you can see all the majestic glory here. Vampiir eye shot. That is doing eye shot, and then vampiric feint, which is what it should be doing. And there's a pause there and a pause here. So it should attempt to do eye shot as a backup for vampiric feint. Is that right? Or do I want those? I want those the other way around, don't I? Okay, there's dummies here, I think. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so that's doing vampiric feint, then eye shot. Okay, so that's better. Now, can we do it with the claw too? Okay. Okay, back off a sec there. I think what happened there is the moment I hit Vampiric Faint, that
Crispy
lands.
Taco TV said, "Hey, we have the wrong screen up.
Oh,
We can't see
geez.
the game."
Yes, sorry. I should put that on a timer and have it flick back automatically. I think what was happening there is I'm not landing the eye shot, because when I hit my macro for the Vampiric Faint and then hit the claw button, it sees that as my previous attack and isn't counting. Like, there's Vampiric Faint, there's eye shot. Eye shot, no problem. Vampiric Faint, claw. Oh, it is doing it. See, that's pretty quick damage for the amount that it's doing. But it seems like I need to go a little slower. Maybe I was hitting my button so fast it was overwriting it.
This Friday. We have a group forming if you want to join in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. If it's starting on Friday, that would be Sunday for me. Before I'm on. Because Friday I'm expecting to live stream on YouTube doing my font stuff. As if playing games 3 times a week wasn't enough, I'm now going to start adding the font stuff. So I won't be on DOC anywhere, at least until Sunday. Thing is, I'm not that worried about the leveling process. I've already done stupidly slow when I played on live at the start, when it was released. So the leveling process, I'll deal with whatever it is. So I'm not sure if I want to do that, actually. I might, but I'm not entirely sure if it matters that much to me. That's the way I want to go. Come on. There. Oh, there's even more people. Hello, folks. That way. Oh. Okay, we are there. Yeah, so
did he just go crazy and fall asleep?
that was brilliant. Albion, perfidious Albion, take me there. I had a thought. It was intelligent, and I thought I would relate it to people and everything, and I would look clever and insightful. And instead, I've completely lost it. I have no idea what I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, I made a macro for that. Oh, I was going to check the server info too. We're down to 31. It's rapidly decreasing. Oh, this is no good. I am, by their own reports, the only person on the frontier. Oh, Stigart, you were saying you were going to go check what the numbers were like on Atlas, did you? I'm just curious. I'm not about to switch to Atlas. I'll try this and see if anybody shows up, and if I remain the only person on the frontier, then it's going to be No Man's Sky time. Sorry. I was checking my phone to make sure I showed up as live there, although I guess that's kind of foolish because you folks found me. As a reminder, though, if
Big
you haven't hit
said,
follow,
probably
follow.
worth checking out the leveling just to see the speed, quests, and quality of life changes.
Yeah. On the other hand, see, I can also be, thinking in 5 dimensions. Have you folks go and check out all that stuff, and then when I come on to do it and I'm flailing about like an idiot, you people can feel like you're helpful and superior to me by telling me what I'm doing wrong. And you'll have done all the work. Eh? Big thinking? Lazy thinking? Yes, it is. No, I want the Albion map because that's where I'm going, right? It really isn't looking that good. I mean, unless everybody just had a massive battle and they all died, and that's why they're not on the frontier right now. Yeah. Only one person on the frontier, me. There are 8 other elves, 10 mids, and 11 hibs. But I don't know where they are. Who all? Well, it seems to be whatever's happening in the Shiro Hills. Let me guess, you get blood tokens for killing the dragon. Well, aren't I just king of the frontiers? Only person out. Wonder how often that updates. Uptime, 20 hours and 13 minutes. Okay, I'm... Oh no, I do have it there. I don't know why I didn't fire that sucker off. Or that, for that matter. When I was fighting Mr. Troll. See, one of the things about these things, that is intended to reveal stealthers, isn't it? The simple fact that those exist is going to kind of kill the gameplay for stealthers, which was focused around the bridges and these, unless it's easy to destroy these things. Can you attack it? You cannot. Oh, actually. Yeah. I don't know. It's not the most stunning gameplay when there's nobody to fight. And they're not heavy on the mobs here either. There are some. I wanted to test some stuff out, so I went out and fought some greens. But they haven't populated all that stuff. I don't know if they're going to or not. I guess they have to put some out there so that, you know, charm classes can charm something. But that seems to be something that requires a lot of work still. And I mean, there's got to be an awful lot of mobs in this game, unless they've just turned them off and they can easily turn them on again. I say that, and the first thing I see is a whole bunch of Yellowcon mobs. Well, they weren't there when I was looking, put it that way. If I head back up this way, I can cross over to Krauchen, and unless it's still mid. No, it is not. Oh, it wasn't. They were trying to take it and stopped for some reason. The doors are bashed in, that's right. Yeah, doors are still bashed in. Oh, right. What am I thinking? See, I do like that part of New Frontiers. That's cool, being able to teleport as long as you control the keeps and that whole structure that they put up with that. I don't mind that. Yep, camera on the fritz. If I move, I don't know what's changed because the lighting's the same in this room, everything. And it's just losing it. I'll give it a few minutes. But if nobody else shows up on the frontier, then I'm gonna switch games. I wanted to try this out, and I'm glad I did. And I did have a couple of fights there, but obviously the people required are not here at the moment. It's doing better than Atlas would be at this point usually. I mean, it's only 9:30 my time. But it is kind of a little disappointing that it's not a little more active. Now, I only set up the one class. It took a little while to figure stuff out. It shouldn't take long if you know what you're doing. I just couldn't remember how to spec a Vampiir, which spec line I wanted or anything. And then I had a pile of other stuff I was doing too. But it's actually pretty quick to set a character up. But, I mean, it would be the same result here. There's nobody on the frontiers to fight. You pick your character, you go to the trainer, you get leveled to 50 and to realm rank 5 as it stands right now, which I think is a neat test level to do it at, right? You've got enough points to get RAs that you would want to play with and things like that. And then when you jump to, say, Drumlegan, one of the frontier forts, like border keeps, you can go to an NPC and get the gear that you want. And it means you don't need to have do any templating. I'm over on just about everything here. Over cap. And I'm fairly certain they're going to keep that because they don't want to have any crafting in this game. So I would imagine your template is going to consist of getting the default gear and then going and doing whatever it takes to, I don't know what that is, probably earn these blood tokens and then buy artifacts. And you don't have to level the artifacts up, I don't think. And I guess the MLs and stuff like that are done here for you. I'm not sure. No, I guess not. I don't know if they're going to have champions or not. Champion levels or not, but there's an entry for it there. Anyway, it's not overly difficult. You can jump in really quick if you want to try it on this server. It's bringing back, I guess, sort of strong memories of Phoenix because it's New Frontiers. I think that's why. It looks the same, even though I'm playing a class that didn't exist on Phoenix. I'll have to look into the Dementia spec and probably respec to that too. I presume you get free respecs while I'm doing the test here. What else was I gonna say? No idea. Absolutely no idea. Obviously, I need more coffee, except what I'm drinking right now is decaf, and I'm out of scotch. Horror of horrors. And I'd have a rum and eggnog or something like that, because I got the rum, but no eggnog. All of which is pointless. I'm going to shut down DOC and I'm going to switch to No Man's Sky if, when I refresh the server info, there isn't at least one person out there somewhere. And there is not. Having 29 players on is great, but when they're all off doing the dragon stuff, which I'm sure will wear off once the server is live. Not everybody's going to want to go do that or need to go do that because they'll eventually have the equipment they want. But I imagine early on there's going to be a lot of that. Unless they give you blood tokens for RVR as well, which they probably should. Every time you get a kill or something like that, you should get that. But I don't know all the details on that yet. Okay, so I will switch to No Man's Sky where I am busy doing a thing there. I'm sorry that I'm not sticking longer on here, but there really isn't anything to show off or test that I want to do. If there is a group down there getting blood tokens by killing the dragon, they've already started. I don't think I can join in later. So, back to here. And I will switch games. And I'll have to go update the entry. See how my camera is glitching? What the hell, man? This camera has been fantastic all along, and I have no idea what's happening there. It's not flickering on there. The lighting hasn't changed in this room at all, and pff, toast. No idea why. Even rebooted the computer. Okay. Edit the stream info. We're switching games. Man, I wish there was just a push button so you could switch your entries. Okay, sure, not, well, I guess if they call it that, it's that. Okay, updated the stream info, start up the game. There's still apparently, 9 of you out there. And, well, what's now? Steam is having fits. I will understand if you go find somebody else who's streaming JOC completely. I like this game, but I know it's not for everybody. Oh, I guess I have to go do that. Just a sec. Game. Okay, back to here. There we go. Okay, so this is what is called a community expedition, which is a series of, basically a series of quests for you to do in a short period of time. And this one hasn't been that bad. This is a rerun of it. I missed it the first time around, or at least I did part of it and then never finished it. Okay, so there is my lovely ship. And here is the expedition. Phase 1, I've done all of those. Phase 2, I've done all of those. Phase 3, I've finished and collected everything, I think. And now we're on to Phase 4, where I have to find 4 new systems that nobody's ever seen before. Learn 2 words in the Viking language, visit the Atlas, and reach the 4th rendezvous. I am going to look at finding the rendezvous first. Which means I'm going to go right back there and select that. And that will make it my current quest. I'll have to jump closer in order to select it because people have built bases and stuff near. Oh.